robot in a big truck, put dubs on it, it's sitting up. My little baby just 6 months, he just ate, he spitting up. I burp him, I burp y'all. I'm an old head, but I'm versatile. So when the young boys be talking slick, I find it foul like a bird dog. Go head to head on the versatile, y'all. Real life, no virtual. I'm a virtual, so the first to go. So make way for Moss. If you win our lane, move out the way like you heard the popo. Know the flow, go muy loco. Double time, y'all moving slow-mo. Capping bout, moving dope. Don't know the code, though. Do the most. Running around with none to show. So you in a room and you on the road. Them people talking 20 years, you tell them everything that they wanna know. I'm on the road, my face is good. Go anywhere that I wanna go. I'm comfortable and it's understood. I'm expanding my portfolio. Dodging bull like a rodeo. No clowns allowed. We'll bounce you out, leave you down and out without your pride. Any space that we occupy. Circle small, no entourage. Of a certain age, from a certain place. Stay clean as fuck and we down to ride.
Bone round with the cane with. Had to change lanes quick. I ain't on the same shit. Riding clean. Ain't no dope in the trunk now. I done had to calm down. I don't want no problems now. I'm riding clean. Just trying to bring my kids right. A piece of the good life. Keep them out that hood life. I'm riding clean. Riding clean. Down the mold, country roads like the gravel king.
Wals got shotgun, better yet I shout it with the sound off. This ain't pointing pistols and pictures, homie, we locked off. Don't let me catch wind of your whispers and knock your socks off. Better yet I pay someone in your circle to knock your block off. Okay then, now we set the ground rules, let's play then. I'ma put this dope in your system until you say when. You hoes better stay out my mentions and out my DMs. For my BM done see 'em and everybody dying. I'm country, not yeehaw, but E-I-E-I-O. Blowing smoke and I'm knee-high to Lee's soul. Trade foe on my B-I-C-I flow. Many try but can't be my clone. No, I'm no copy. Y'all lucky that the poppies had caught me in my prime. And this hobby never lobbied to profit a dime. Cause I was a bad motherfucker. Now I'm just a husband and a dead motherfucker.
Bone round with the cane with. Had to change lanes quick. I ain't on the same shit. Riding clean. Ain't no dope in the trunk now. I done had to calm down. I don't want no problems now. I'm riding clean. Just trying to bring my kids right. A piece of the good life. Keep them out that hood life. I'm riding clean. Riding clean. Down the mold, country roads like the gravel king.
Yeah, buddy. 20 deuce and we riding clean. But we still from the dirty south. Talk slick and we bustin' your motherfucking mouth. Remember that. Ride clean, ride clean, ride clean, ride clean, I'm ride clean, I'm ride clean. Down these old country roads like the gravel king.
This is the Bloc Report for March 2022. I'm your host, Pod C, and we just checked out the track Riding Clean featuring A.Moss from Wals' brand new albulation, These Are the Good Days. Coming up, we got some more Wals goodness. We got the track Alone, which is the first single, and there's also a music video for this on YouTube, which you should check out. It's a crazy video. All kinds of things going on there. Production value, blowing the roof out the place. We're going to follow that up with the track On My Way, the B-side of the Good Day 45 from SKOL or SKOL and Donnie Ozone. And then to sum up our new releases for this month, we've got Beatseekers, the Novafire remix, which features Cheese and Posse. That's right, from Timezone Lafontaine, Light 'em Up, Max Block, part of the single supporting the Beatseekers albulation. All right, we're going to check all these out, and then we're going to get to the top 5. And then we've got the Bloc Report interview, and this month I have Dr. Mindflip, and we'll be talking about his new albulation, or the band's new albulation, How Are You Fixed? We'll be talking about ccmusic, his Ruminations album, the band members recording, and then messages to fans, all kinds of good stuff coming in there you don't want to miss. So let's get it rolling with Wals Alone.
Yo, this is Wals. You're listening to the Bloc Report with Posse. Yo, it's the livest show on the internet. Tune in. Check me out the next time we chop it up.
From the outside,
Looking in, I know it's all beautiful, like a centerfold. But on the inside, I'm feeling miserable. The scars are still there, they just not visible. I take another shot, I pop another pill. I give anything if I could stop and feel something different than what I'm feeling now. Cause what I'm living for, I still haven't really found. Sometimes I feel so alone. Where did it all go so wrong? But I don't want no one to know. I don't want no one to know. Sometimes I feel so alone. Where did it all go so wrong? I don't want no one to know. I don't want no one to know. If it wasn't bad enough, now we stuck in this pandemic. If you believe in God, it's like he's testing man's limits. I'm past mine now, I'm puking in the driveway. You know I'm down bad when I don't even wanna fly away. I can't run from who I know I am. Depression out of hand, don't think I can control it, fam. So I'm crying out like, what am I supposed to do? And if you feel the same, I know exactly what you're going through. Sometimes I feel so alone. Where did it all go so wrong? But I don't want no one to know. I don't want no one to know. Sometimes I feel so alone. Where did it all go so wrong? I don't want no one to know. I don't want no one to know. Sometimes I feel so
You listen to the one and only amazing Posse on The Bloc Report, brought to you by blocSonic. Okay, it's time for the DJ to do his thing. I'm on my way, my way, my way. I'm on my way, my way, my way. I'm on my way, my way, my way. I am on my way. I'm moving down the street and I'm rocking to the beat. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. When I'm riding on the train and entertaining thoughts in my brain, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. When I rise into the sky on a plane and fly away, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. When I'm cruising in a cab through a city up for grabs, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I am on my way. I'm on my way, my way, my way. I am on my way, way. I'm on my way, my way, my way. I am on my way, way. I'm on my way, my way, my way. I am on my way, way. I'm on my way, my way, way. I am my way. I ride the elevator up into the skyscraper. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. When I'm sitting in a chair, 30 stories in the air, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. When I'm chewing on my pen like it's never gonna end, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. When I sign the dotted line, then I'll know the world's mine. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I am on my way. I'm on my way, my way, my way. I am on my way, way. I'm on my way, my way, my way. I am on my way, way. I'm on my way, my way, my way. I away. I'm away. I'm away.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Timezone Lafontaine with my man Camo, and you're listening to The Bloc Report with Posse.
Thank you.
In all the world, there is only one. And if you're a devotee, always searching for that one unique piece. In all the world, there is only one. In fact, in all the world, there is only one.
Live, tuned into wireless frequencies. Beatseekers, high seas piracy. Beatseekers, high seas piracy. Beatseekers, 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 Beatseekers.
In all the world, there is only one.
Breaks broadcast, fuck with the law intends. Summer twilight, outcast with raw finesse. Draw your breath deep with the fresh beat. Stress release on the flex tech, check me. Back to state the facts, be in the time stream. Annotated maps, redefine dreams. Rim shot clacks, syncopate on magnetic tape. A step at a time in these pandemic days. Changing plans, shifting sands, lifting hands, making stands. My command, kicks dropping fives like a brass band. Hip hop inscribed with the swag of the Southland. See the rhythm, be traveling. Arrow of time, sharp as you can handle it. Roll through and hold true to the goals you create and not what they sold you.
Live, tuned into wireless frequencies. Beatseekers, high seas piracy. Beatseekers, high seas piracy. Beatseekers, 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 Beatseekers.
In all the world, there is only one.
Yo, man, it's that GLS with the four-corner press. It's getting in your head like a tube of finesse. It could be lurking in a stack of some second-hand shacker blasting out a window. Caught my ear on the window. I'm pressing like Johnny, breaking laws like Ronnie Bonnie Tyler. Got nothing on the turn that I'm taking 45 to long plays. Raise a crispy bacon, the cross shot crackle, part and parcel with the spackle made ingredients. In this deconstruction, now loose and busting in the funk discussion. One shuffled in obscurity, now resurrected with the bump effective. Fresh ears to be connected, rolling as a chariot for flows I selected. Sharing moments in time, the sound and the senses, pushing each other for the future. Discover to be true and living is to be a music lover. Come on,
Beatseekers, tuned into wireless frequencies. Beatseekers, high seas piracy. Beatseekers, high seas piracy. Beatseekers, 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 Beatseekers.
In all the world, there is only one.
Yo, if you're looking for beats, you know we got the treats. Bust the hot leaves, now move your feet. Dancing in the streets with Jagger and Bowie. Well, I guess just Mick, so rest in beats, homie. If you didn't get to know me by now, or back in the day when it was how now loud. With murder on the mix, it's Timezone with the fix. The mellow and the madness is how we're going at this. Runs across the atlas is still kicking dust. In the faces of places, been devoid of bust. Flows in abundance, shows where these funds get saved by the smell. Get your Mr. T funk kit, Lego with the fun pack, never know for one track. You can get the rhymes, or Stacy with the gun rack. Some tracks are strewn with runaway trains. This express line finds a man with two brains.
Live, tuned into wireless frequencies. Beatseekers, high seas piracy. Beatseekers, high seas piracy. Beatseekers, 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 Beatseekers.
In all the world, there is only one. Always searching for that one unique piece. In fact, in all the world, there is only one.
All right, it is time for the Heat of the Month Top 5. And coming in at number 5 is the track Malayerba from Danke Sun's Max Block Asymmetrical, which supports the album Aquí Hay Una Arena. They are also known as Daily Chaos Delivery, so make sure you check that out, as well as the albulations from Danke Sun and the zillion Max Blocks that came out with that. At number 4, we got some Viktor Van River with the track All Good from the Be Well albulation. Then at track 3, we got some more Timezone, Lafontaine, plus Jesus Posse. We have the EMS version of Oasis, which is from the East meets Sunsheets Max Block. And then coming in at number 2, we got some Moki Mcfly. We have OG Call from the brand new Gray album. The whole album's dope. You should check it out top to bottom. And then at number 1, the Impossebulls. That's right. From Everything Has Changed, Nothing Is Different. We have the track, the anthem of the opening act, which I think I haven't played the zillions of times that they've been on the top 5. So anyways, let's get to it with some Danke Sun, Malayerba.
Tan desdibujada, no hay opción, no planeas nada, ni opinión en tu esclava mirada. Mala hierba nunca muere, que yo nunca veré tanta desfachatez cuando tus palabras se
Cuando tu mirada me dispara, me enjaula, me atrapa en casa.
This is Viktor One River, and you listen to Bloc Report.
shaded, straps on pavement cracks, sun faded, heat contagious, sunbathed places, beats and bases, our oasis. Fine-tuned the vibe to high noon, the sun ain't leaving the sky anytime soon. That's the brakes, turn and face it, beats and bases, our oasis. Pass on the blur, maximize airflow, hit the gas, had to get prepared, so bass at the ready in the case with the lock glass. Times on the dash, cruising and that rock that. As we scan across the audible spectrum, attune techniques, methodic inflection. Your new favorite tape makes you weightless. It's the latest on the underground playlist. Status of subs is prominent. In the mix arrangement, the low end is dominant. Got the drawl in the rock with the southern slang, and it's raw in the box with the hunger pegs. Tops on the bass in the fighting form. Shocks in a space like a lightning storm. With the low tone attribute, mind is still, but rhymes got the ill repute.
I'll take it from the desert to my backyard jungle. Punchy in the chase, but like a zip of your bungle. On rainbow, my brain goes from radioactive. Fish in my bladder, so mind over matter. Go scatter debris like a splat of the pea. When the tin's pyramid on a 90 degrees. Angled and tangled in 8-pack plastic. Rings loaded over, cling to the border. Set it to erratic. Critters in the attic, like cheese predicted. The whole week's manic. Monday to Sunday in the path of the runway. The planets are channels and I'm Gordon some way. Some say posse.
You're real funny looking. That's alright tonight, Timezone's cooking.
Under the heat, the milk, Dairy Queen treats. The pain in your back is me kicked in your seat.
Out there, nowhere shaded, straps on pavement cracks, sun faded, heat contagious, sunbathed places, beats and bases, our oasis. Fine-tune the vibe to high noon, the sun ain't leaving the sky anytime soon. That's the brakes, turn and face it, beats and bases, our oasis.
Hey yo, picture this page like Mortimer, Ichabod, bearing canvas, hourglass Sanders, passing through the EMA, I'ma turn it with the Tina in the flows, cross the margin, always charging off the soundscape, whether off the platter or the box, the pound tape, it's the data undid to put the lid on a joint and document the footprint from a native point amongst all the banality, Alice to the Mallory, antics to mimic for some newfound reality, weave to the goodness, no question of should this, the bus is a must to my feeling, leave the crust, robo Gus in these sales, with no sales or gimmicks, rock spins or gubbies since the days of the rubbies, Frisco's and Murphys, no net to surf these, tidal wave formats, trap John Hordak, C&P and Timezone, we back with more raps.
Rough as cracks and sun-soaked windshield. Up the back, yo, back up the infield. Keep it striving on, driving on, alive and on point, surviving on. Sim dance in a quick wit, get with the hep cats, wax wicks, get lit. Say what? Like a candle in the wind. More like a vandal, dismantling capitalist sin. Ask rerun what's happening. Does history repeat for distracted men? Go back, Jack, do it again. Fox in the house, fucking with old hands. Zones when cold rolling the soul blends. Stone holding court till the show ends. Ample instrumentals to sample from. Be like cat to take an example from. Out there, nowhere shaded. Straps on pavement cracks, sun faded. Heat contagious, sunbathed places. Beats and bases, our oasis. Fine-tune the vibe to high noon. The sun ain't leaving the sky anytime soon. That's the brakes, turn and face it. Beats and bases, our oasis.
This is an OG call. I'm keeping it. OG. So what up, Bobby? This is my homeboy from the set, who reduced. And I'm keeping
Hey, yo, everybody, this is C-Doc from the world famous Impossible crew, and you are listening to The Bloc Report with my dude, Pot C, my brother from another mother. Peace.
Hey, everybody, how y'all doing tonight? Welcome to the Kit Kat Club. My name is Johnny Specials, and this next act is what they call the world's first virtual something other like that. Anyway, I want you to come closer to the stage and give it up a start time, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about it's time for y'all to give it up for the Impossebulls. Come on.
Good evening, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here. We'd like to give you just a little something for your ears. I know you've never heard of us. Allow me to be clear that we're gonna make you shout like tears for fears among our peers with that little group they think is odd. But we're here to keep working till we hear you applaud, and it probably won't be pretty if we running roughshod. We be known as the world's first virtual rap squad. Blackalicious dilated people's PE. Fat lip from the far side, guru rest in peace. One below X clan dressed from Black Sheep and Black Moon were the names that were up on the marquee. I made this beat for Blackwell, but had to take it back. It's okay if you don't know him, cause the dude is kinda whack. But now officially it's an Impossibulls track, and your official introduction to this opening act.
Can I get a hand clap? This is for the people in the back. The ones who came late, missed the opening act. Missed the opening act, but wait, that's us. First, I apologize, I very rarely cuss. But damn it, do you know what I did to get up here? Mic check, is this mic on? Do you care? Yes, you. I'm talking to you at the bar. Those that have heard not a word so far. I mean, please, I know you've never heard of us, but we the Bulls, and yes, there is a herd of us, and that's a joke. Admittedly, a weak rhyme, but I try hard, and therefore I beg your time. You came to see P.E., Chuck D, and Flav. They're the ones who taught us how to educate slaves. So if you got a problem with the opening act, I'm sorry, it's impossible to get your money back.
Way. Vainglorious. This is protected by the red, the black, and the green at the crossroad with a key, sissy.
And now the moment you've been waiting for, the Bloc Report interview for this month, and we have Dr. Mindflip. We have the Doc from the group, and we're going to talk about ccmusic and how we got to blocSonic, the Ruminations albulation. Then we'll talk a bit about the band members and the recording process. And then finally get to the new album, How Are You Fixed? And then we got some messages for the fans and the CC community. Anyways, let's get at it. Here we go with the Doc, Dr. Mindflip. This is the Bloc Report interview for March 2022. And we have Dr. Mindflip. Now, am I supposed to call you Dr. Mindflip or your real name or the doctor?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I've met the Doctor a few times. You know, he comes out on stage, but yeah, Doc will do if you want.
Doc, okay, Doc. Another Doc to add to my collection of Docs. I got C-Doc, Dr. Dre. Now I got the Doc.
Yeah, that's problematic, actually. Yeah, Dr. Mindflip will do fine.
All right, we'll go with that. Okay. All right, my first question, and this is kind of like getting some origin story here and how you got to where you are now. How did you find your way to blocSonic? Did Mike contact you or vice versa? You contacted him?
I got in touch with Mike. Mike has been such an instrumental part of this whole project, and I've said it to him a good few times, but right. I haven't shouted it from on high nearly enough. I was making these tunes nearly 2012, like, I don't know, coming up on 10 years ago.
Right.
And I kind of discovered the world of CC music through a really cool blog called Free Album Galore, which we can still find traces of on the Internet Archive. It's really, really sweet.
You were just looking for free albums though, right?
I was, yeah, sure. I was kind of blown away. What turned me onto it was Radiohead doing the pay what you want thing.
Right.
And I was like, oh, hey, what's this? And then I started discovering all these other artists doing CC stuff. And that blog had like everything from like punk to metal to ambient to like classical recordings. And it just kind of blew my mind, blew all my friends' minds because I wouldn't stop going on about it and telling them. And that kind of opened me up to releasing something. And I was teaching music. I was working in a college, and I was spending a lot of time talking about music and showing other people how to make it, and not making it myself. And I'm sure so many people who work in pro audio or theater or whatever have the same kind of experiences. So I got these tunes together, and I had sent out a few pitches to some different sites releasing music and CC stuff, because I just wanted to give something back. I really like this community, and I think at some stage I was kind of losing a bit of hope. And like, oh, this shit's too weird, man. Because there's electronica labels and there's rock labels and there's all this other stuff. And I didn't know what the fuck Dr. Mindflip was. You know what I mean? Still don't. And honestly, I think it was a kind of I'll just try one more. This blocSonic seems pretty hip. I'll drop it in the mail. And that was it. Mike has been super supportive. The next year we released like 3 EPs. With
like it was like a couple in a row. Boom, boom, boom. And then what happened? You took a break. I mean, I think the last blocSonic related thing was like the theme song for like the hot lists on Starfrost. I think that was the last blocSonic kind of related thing that you put out.
Yeah, nothing went wrong. In fact, things went right. But what happened was some people that I work with and really close friends of mine heard these releases and they were like, hey man, that'd be a cool band. Do you know what I mean? Like if you ever want to get something together. So the EPs started kind of gathering steam with more people involved and trying different groups of people and different little experiments. And I think having them quick releases was super cool because you didn't get too precious about something. By the time you get to the end of an album, track 12, you're sick of track 1 you recorded a year ago.
Exactly.
So it was real nice. Show them out. So what happened was we started doing live Dr. Mindflip gigs. It started to become more of a group endeavor, and we kind of got this. A few of us hit this collective crisis in our personal lives, and we said, right, time to do this music thing seriously. And that involved doing a crowdfunding and making a big full-length album, and we just wanted to try something different with it. And at the time, that was, it was more about kind of trying a different direction with it and less about avoiding CC.
Are we talking about the Ruminations album?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, now, I haven't listened to it because I want to ask you something first. Do I need to watch The Room first? And does watching James Franco's Disaster Artist, does that help at all?
Oh, yes.
Should I watch both of those and then listen to it? I haven't listened to it. I haven't watched either of those movies. But I just thought, ask first and then see if I enjoy it more when I check it out.
I think I'd have to put some kind of like health warning or disclaimer before I say that you should watch either of those movies, particularly The Room. I want to be. Who am I kidding? I've been responsible for way too many people watching this. This was part of our kind of.
Hey, I watch a lot of crap. I watch a lot of crap movies, and whatever. Yeah, so. When I saw the premise, I'm like, okay, I can be down with this, but I want to do the homework first before I get into it, and then not get what you're talking about. So, wanted to ask about that.
I think we were all super obsessed with that movie, and we watched it. I've watched it approaching, I'd say 50 times through, man. It's every time there's something new and something wrong that we didn't see.
New and wrong, excellent.
We actually met Greg Sestero a couple of times, who plays Mark in the movie, who wrote The Disaster Artist, and he has a copy of the vinyl that we handed to him. It was this seriously strange moment.
Nice. Okay, I'm recognizing names just by looking at the IMDb page, of characters and whatnot. But I, like I said, have not checked out any of it. I do remember the James Franco thing, pulling this guy up who made a shitty movie, and then he made a movie about it, and that's all I know about it. So,
I'd really recommend it. The Room is really a force unto itself. The Disaster Artist is even stranger because the true life of what happened is even stranger.
Right.
And Ruminations for us is a kind of a fictionalized account of where all that came from, because a lot of people watch this movie and they're like, oh, this is crap. None of it makes sense. There's no continuity. These characters are acting like they just met, even though they've been living together for 6 years. I understand. But our album, what happens is some very similar characters who have nothing officially to do with the movie at all.
Right.
You know, which is interesting. A lot of people have pointed out that they're similar. That's interesting.
Okay, well, don't spoil it for me. Don't spoil it for me. I want to check it all out and then decide for myself.
It as a bit more psychedelic. And,
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's maybe reading a lot into the characters in a way that maybe wasn't intended.
Okay.
But by the time we finished the album, and like I said, we were all going through some personal stuff, we listened back to it and we're like, oh, there's kind of a lot of us in these songs as well. This is probably less about these characters now. But you know what? It's a bit like the stage show, I suppose, because we take this story and we can kind of get lost in exploring this story about a ridiculous movie or whatever. And in the process, we kind of trick ourselves.
Right.
And we don't realize that we're actually doing something deeper with our own feelings and our own music. And
That brings me to another question I want to ask. Now, I know that the band performs, you guys got costumes going and you got your characters. Sure. Now, when you record the album, are you guys in the studio in the costumes, or how does it work?
Ooh,
or is that like a secret you can't let people know, the magic behind the mask?
Sometimes we gotta use tricks. There's different layers, man. So one thing that springs to mind is our friend Colin. This is who isn't a dressed up member of the band. He guested on Ruminations, and he does a couple of sick guitar solos in it. And there's one in particular in the song Shame Gravy, which is a real kind of porny, nasty kind of a groove. We wanted the solo to be real nasty. And the movie is famous for having these real nasty kind of like long, soft focus sex scenes in it that everybody kind of goes to the bar during the, if you're an expert room watcher, you know when to leave and order your drink because these sex scenes come on. So in order to get the more filthy performance out of it,
and I'm assuming go to the bar, get a drink is actually go to the bar, getting a drink. It's not like a code name for something. The sex scenes are out. I'm going to the bar, fellas. I'll see you guys in a minute.
So when Colin was performing that guitar solo, we just had to admit, no, it's not filthy enough. It's too nice. It's too tasty. It's too musical. So we had to get up some screens showing montages of those scenes from the movie, put them right in front of his face, do a bit of dancing for him in the studio, really get him feeling really uncomfortable. And it worked.
Costumes?
That's the take.
Costumes with that part? Costumes?
Yeah. It depends on what we want. So sometimes, say, Dollhead, so James who sings Dollhead's parts,
right.
Sometimes he will be singing kind of as himself on the album. He wants something clean. But there are times when we have to go a little more Dollhead.
Right.
And use the character, and same with me with the Doctor. Sometimes I'm singing and it's just me trying to make a nice sound,
right.
But I gotta go coat and goggles and be the Doctor, and it changes the way we feel about playing. And,
now you mentioned some of the members and characters of the band here. Can you give me like the full roster of who's involved at the moment? So if there's the Doctor, you mentioned Dollhead, you got Owly, and there's a dude in an owl mask, and then we got
Owly is an owl. He's not wearing a mask.
Oh, it's a real, okay, you just put a real owl in a dude's body. And then we got the Sage, and then you've got Mr. F Delightful. What's the F stand for?
Felice, apparently. Yeah.
Felice.
He's very happy.
All right.
Felice. He's delighted.
Felice. Sounds good. We got some Spanish in there. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, now we got to talk about the new album because we're going to eat the whole interview talking about the previous album. So, the new album, How Are You Fixed? How is it fixed?
We're really happy with it.
I'm digging it, man. It's been in my car since you gave it to me, and I just haven't taken it. It's been sitting on like a USB drive. I got it in the stereo, and it just sits there, and the kids are going like, what are you listening to? Oh, I just a dude I'm going to talk to in a couple of days.
Wow, dude. You've made my day. That is so cool, because we've sat on this, and it's been such a strange time. We don't need to talk about why, but it's been strange. And we overcooked the last album so much because it meant a lot to us, and it was a kind of a totemistic thing. What we ended up doing with this was, instead of the album being about something, are a big concept. Sometimes their shows are big concepts and big stories. We're like, this album is us just doing our thing.
Right.
This is those 5 characters you talked about just being themselves, and playing the stuff. So it was a real struggle sometimes not to turn it into a story or a concept. Right? We just wanted to let us hang out,
right,
and let it all hang out, and that's what you're hearing. And I suppose there's a lot of trauma and there's a lot of darkness on it about the last couple of years, but there's also there's a lot of fun and color and rebellion being pulled out of that.
You started off kind of doing a thing solo for Dr. Mindflip, and then you got the band now. Are you doing all the writing still, or is it now a collaboration, or how does it work?
We have a kind of a weird way of doing things, I suppose, where I'll overthink every aspect of my life and my sound and come up with the song, and once it's cooked to an extent, it's kind of brought to Owly. Owly's the producer, he runs the studio, and Owly kind of and me, we sprinkle some shape on it, and then the floodgates open up, and Sage, Delightful, and Dollhead come in, and every time it kind of gets molded and shaped and changed and kind of produced like live almost when we're doing it. So we almost do it backwards, like like a lot of the time bands will get together and jam, come up with something. For us jamming is almost like a release. So when we jam or play live together, it's noisy and it's chaotic and it's crazy. But our writing process is almost backwards. We produce these songs together,
right?
And then when it's time to do gigs and festivals, we're like, right, let's learn how to cover these assholes who have made this complicated music, and we're kind of cursing ourselves in reverse. We're a cover band of ourselves,
That's the quote right there. We're a cover band of ourselves. Is there anything that your listeners should know, or upcoming projects or events, or just, secret information you want to put on the internet right now?
Wow, so much. I guess the thing is that this is something we've been building up to for so long. We've become better players, better at producing, better at everything, and we're super proud of this. We're super proud. I just want as many people to be able to enjoy it as possible. I'm super happy to be able to be offering it for free. If people want to donate, awesome. Pay what you want, awesome. But more than anything, I just want people to be able to spin it and enjoy it and get lost in it. I don't know what it is, but I do I don't know what genre we are, but what I do know is that we wouldn't be doing this without the support of Mike, without the support of all the people who sent us kind of crazy comments, wrote interesting stuff, did art, did fan art of our characters, came to our gigs, dressed up, and kind of let themselves be a bit crazy.
Awesome.
And I think that's what Dr. Mindflip is all about. It's us letting the crazy out, and a little bit of a pressure release like that. But I think there's some kind of truth in it, and yeah, that's it. I think that I hope that it brings out a little bit of that spirit in everybody who hears it. And
awesome. Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to check out some tracks from the brand new album right now. We've got, and I'm just make sure to double check with you. We got That's It. And that's the name of a track, not That's It for the show. That's It.
That's it.
Easy. That's it. Yeah. Easy. And it's easy for me to say easy. Then we got Raindrop and Skip. And those are the 4, right? Okay, we're going to check those out right now. All right, so if anybody checks out the Bloc Report before downloading it, this is the taste test here. Check it out and then get the entire albulation. You will not be disappointed. Well, Doc, I want to thank you for being on the show, giving us some time today and telling us about the new release and the ruminations. And the homework for everybody is to watch The Room before you listen to it. I think I'm going to do it anyway. I'll give an update maybe next month on what happened to me if I survived. All right, we're going to wrap up the interview there. So thank you very much.
Thanks so much for your time, dude, and your support. And yeah, really, really glad you're digging it.
Right on.
So you nurse the cooling coffee, splutter geriatric smoke, blaze all your frustrations up in non-committal jokes, and flake a hidden snowfall on friendly pavement cracks. It's a perfect sunny morning, you're never getting
legal use of motion. Crack a polystyrene grin, but keep a beady eye on the catastrophe you're in. You're awful quiet tonight. Would you like another drink? Would you like to spend your best years not knowing what to think? Back in my day, people didn't have time to be depressed. We never had it better, harder, whether warm or homeless. It's the social media that's defeated your sex and drug and excess. Can't you see now it's time you learn the tide has turned? It's mom and dad who know best. That's it. A pill under your pillowcase, a bird in the hand. A shortness of breath may occur when you're evicted from your comfort zone. Your head in the sand. But we'll be right behind you. We make it easy. We make it easy to go with it all. Then a bow to a shape that resembles the person you were. Don't think that you're a special case, it's all part of the plan. 1001 greasy mirrors between whatever helps you sleep at night. It's supply and demand. Hop to it now, hop to it. Then we'll crawl up inside you and wear you like a glove. We make it easy. We make it easy. We make it easy. So come on, make it easy. We make it easy. We'll make it so easy.
This is Dr. Mindflip giving you a prescription for your dose of The Bloc Report.
What if I told you today is a raindrop tumbling to the ground at such a speed that you just surrender concernings, unreasonable yearnings of who you thought you'd be, and you find that your dandelion mind is stripped of its color all the time. What if I told you today is a raindrop tumbling to the ground at such a speed that you surrender concernings, unreasonable yearnings of who you thought you'd be, and you find that your dandelion mind is stripped of its color. Pornograph spiraling, hinting at higher things. There's a whole world that's right outside your room, where stock photos spiraling and told you that you're just a creature craving some release? Half a second's peace. And sleep charm directions. We move the moths and the butterflies from you. While flurries of ghost loads and addicts who post loads will see. What if I told you that certain horizons just cannot be reached? I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping between the I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping between the How can you take a moment to wake when you don't sleep? So a trope trick, my achromatic heart into shape. Long for the day when you have sway over your own algorithm. I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping between the I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping between the the street, beat a sculptor in the concrete. Furrow your brain, shovel in change till you're kicked out. Last night I dreamed that I glanced up and saw life as it truly is. I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping between the I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping between the I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping between the I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping between the
All right, we just checked out the tracks. That's it. Easy, Raindrop, and Skip from the brand new Dr. Mindflip albulation. How Are You Fixed? Which you can go get right now if you haven't got it already. We're going to wrap it up for this month for the March 2022 edition of The Bloc Report. I want to thank the Dr. Mindflip for being on the interview and the blocSonic fam for the music this month. We are out of here. Till next time. Peace.
You've been listening to another blocSonic blogcast. Head on over to blocsonic.com to discover more great music.